Welcome back to the Spectre Sisters. I'm Blue.
Hi, I'm your ghost, Nyx.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I noticed how you left a little opportunity for me to be the second one to go, and I was too scared to take it.
I know.
So I appreciate it, but thank you.
They were making intense eye contact about. It was like whenever you're at like a stop sign,
Yes.
and you're like you wave someone, and they wave at you, and you're like, brother, somebody's gotta.
Somebody's gotta full send.
And you both start inching forward.
Yep, I tend to be that person either, though I've learned to be very much more defensive driving. So sometimes
Ohio.
I will be the one who just takes the opportunity, but I definitely, in many other aspects of life, I'm just like, almost to the annoying, like almost to where they become annoyed with you for being too polite.
Yep.
That's real.
yeah.
I am too nice too often.
We gotta work on that guy. Yeah. I have great, exciting, awesome news.
It finally happened!
Oh my god. I heard that in like every dimension, I think.
Sorry for yelling, everybody. I'm just really excited that it finally happened.
We got viewer submitted stories.
Because they were held at gunpoint, but that's besides the point.
Allegedly.
Who are you holding at gunpoint?
Brenton.
I mean, there's a reason we got two stories, one after the other. I'll just say that.
We did. Literally, one after the other.
And I was busy freaking out over it because I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. And it is all thanks to our Spectre brother, or sometimes sister, depends on the day, Brendan.
We love you, Brendan. Thank you for being Spectre Sisters' biggest fan.
Yes, we love you. And Brendan is the best, and he gives us feedback after
Go
every
check out
episode.
Batthorn.
Yeah, go check out Batthorn. That episode there should be 2 episodes out by the time you are seeing this, with Batthorn's world tour with Tomb Perfume, and there will also be the original Batthorn episode. Go give them a listen. Support local bands.
Well, let's get
Observing
into
and
it.
observing.
Let's get into it. So I'm just going to read out the email for y'all. Not really sure how to word this, but here goes nothing, Brendan says. I just got done listening to your episode about the Dayton Air Force Base and had walked over to a coworker to casually ask him if he had any cool ghost stories. Thank you for that, by the way.
Thank you, Brendan.
The inspiration.
Doing your outreach.
He's like our little missionary. I love it. He said yes, and he told me his tale. I told him to send it into you guys because he's also a fan. And as far as I know, he did. Shout out Austin. Also, if you're listening to this, get back to work. That's Brendan's word and ours. You gotta, come on, make dash money. Once our conversation had come to a close, another coworker walked by. We asked him if he had any spooky stories. Just to preface, this guy is a no-nonsense kind of guy who has no interest in the paranormal. And to our surprise, he had a pretty spooky story. I feel like it's always the ones.
Yeah. It's always the non-believer.
It's always like the person that you would never expect. And they're like so like straight edge or something like that. Or like too hardcore.
Yeah.
Like something like that where you wouldn't expect it.
Well, and it also makes their stories, not to like say anyone else is less credible, but it does make their stories a little more credible just because you know that they're not going to be making something up for no reason.
100%. Yeah. No, I fully agree. Yeah.
Or
That's
exaggerating. Yeah.
That's usually the ones that always like really stick with me as well. So he said how he grew up in an old family farmhouse that had a few generations before him. It was late at night and he was staring into the hallway, waiting on sleep to take over. I feel like we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I try to count the sheep. I try to like anything. The thing that I learned that somebody does, I think it's the military, don't quote me on it, is laying down and then like slowly relaxing a body part at the time.
Oh,
I
like
try to do
clenching
that.
and then relaxing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a very
Does that
good way,
work?
like
Okay.
going through your body basically and like focusing on one muscle group at a time. Yeah.
Yep. I also have to make... and then the last trick that I learned was to start thinking of a singular word in your mind and then do another word, but it can't be related at all. So you are creating a story that has no storyline. It will actually make your brain tired. And
Your
you'll fall
brain is
asleep.
like, I don't know.
So if you're like crayon and then pixie and then wood and then light bulb and then just keep doing that in your brain, it'll make you fall
You
asleep.
just make your brain rage quit. It's like, you know what? I'm peacing out for now.
So there.
because-
Yeah. So then there's no spooky opportunities.
okay.
But I'm thankful for the spooky opportunity in this story. So his bed faced the door that looked down the stairs.
Mm-mm.
And there was 2 more bedrooms next to his. Also, what? Face down the stairs? Nightmares.
crazy.
Yeah, no.
Setting yourself up for failure.
Too easy for the things to just come running up
The
at you.
goblins and the gooks to come
Straight into your bed.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Not like that. Come on.
To help from tripping up or down the steps at night, there was 2 motion sensor lights. No.
No.
That just got
You
so
would
much
so
worse.
set yourself up for failure.
Oh my god.
Everything here is just
One at the bottom and one at the middle. No.
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 So you can
I
you can
can't
see
even-
the progression. No.
I've house watched for somebody, and I remember they're like out in the middle of nowhere, and they have like cameras, and they're like, oh yeah, you could check those to make you feel safer. I don't want to know at night.
I would
It's just
actually
me.
rather be ignorant.
It
if
was
this is
like
the case.
creepy facing, and they were only motion censored ones, so it'd be pitch black, and then you'd see it come on, and I'm like, I don't think I want to watch that.
I hate that, actually.
No,
I mean, I get why, but I would rather not.
for sure. Yeah, the bottom light would come on from time to time because of his family dogs, so he was pretty used to it. That's fair.
Okay.
Usually, it would come on, and he would either notice or would watch as one of the dogs walked by, illuminated by the light. That night, however, when the light flicked on, there was no dog. He was caught off guard and wondered what could have set off the motion sensor if it wasn't a dog. And then the second light turned on.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
no.
dude.
No.
Like, because he said that every time the dog would walk by, they would get
Yeah.
illuminated by the light, which makes
You
sense.
would see the movement.
So if there was nothing and pitch black, and then the other one like activates, no,
Oh my gosh, no.
no, my timbers are shivered, dude. And then the second light turned on. The second light being about the halfway point from the darkness downstairs and his bedroom. That light never turned on unless someone was actively walking up the stairs. Yet the stairs remained vacant. No.
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 Yeah,
No,
move.
That's terrible.
It's time to move.
Burn that house down.
Yeah, you gotta evict yourself. And
Was it just like a little mouse, maybe? A little mouse, little guy? Little Ratatouille? Little Remy?
he was coming up for a midnight snack?
Little Ratatouille. Little Remy.
It was just a cockroach. Still more confused than scared on why the lights would randomly come on in the same succession as if someone was in fact walking up the stairs, the floorboards at the top landing began to creak.
What?
Not a mouse.
That's not. No.
A big mouse, a
not
chonk.
little Remy,
He a
not
chonk.
little Ratatouille.
Thick as hell, boy.
It's his brother, the fat one. Sorry.
Man, justice for that one. I forgot that he existed.
Yeah, wait, that was his brother, right? Not his dad.
Reality finally set in that something wasn't right. Yet there was nothing he could do but stare into the darkness at some invisible force that was walking closer to the bedroom.
That's crazy that you can just see all that from your bed.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I would have the door closed. Yeah. Well, I understand sleeping with the door open. I used to do that all the time, not where I currently live, but yeah,
No.
I mean, in that case, I would not want the door open.
We almost always sleep with the door open, but we kind of have to just because of how our air conditioning
That makes
is.
sense.
Okay, yeah.
And also mango.
Mango needs love.
The noises stopped just in front of the door, or at least the floorboards stopped creaking. Staring into the hallway in total fear, he then heard the door open of the end of the upstairs hallway. It opened, then closed as if some invisible guest had just walked up the stairs to spend the night in the bedroom down the hall.
How rude.
I know. Like,
Presumptuous.
I know. He's like, bedtime.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, thinking to himself that whatever had just walked past him is now far enough for him to escape, he briskly went down the stairs to spend the night on the couch.
Yeah.
I feel like that you're open to be touched.
Yeah, I mean, I get why you're not on the same floor as whatever just happened, but now
Tangible.
you are out in the open.
Tangible or intangible? We've talked about this before.
Free range beef. Wait.
What?
I'm so sorry. I don't even know.
That's crazy.
I have no idea.
Well, fast forward. He made it, I think. In the morning, when he talked to his family about it, they brushed it off as a bad dream or all in his head. Okay, thanks, guys.
All right.
Rude.
Yeah. Just
Great.
you're crazy, basically.
Oh,
Gaslight.
yeah. Not you. Yeah, you were definitely sleeping. Had to be.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't so sure, but to calm his nerves, he requested. I find it strange that his family didn't believe the story. They believe that his grandmother, now deceased, will knock anything off the walls they hang up if she isn't a fan. So to a point, they have to believe strange things are happening in that old house. Yeah, no kidding. What?
She's just like a cat.
They're just like, no, not this guy. He didn't see anything. Grandma, that wasn't why would she go to bed?
Grandma.
Come on, Grandma. She just doesn't approve of the furniture. She doesn't go up the stairs.
Yeah, Grandma is like an angry cat.
make it make
Sometimes she's
sense.
knocking down the photos.
But yeah, no, that was really cool that he sent us that story. And Austin did send us a story as well. So shout out Austin. Hopefully we do your story justice.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
The story that Brendan sent in about his coworker, that's crazy. And I think that he probably did see something, especially if he is Mr. like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, usually
he
explains things.
He absolutely saw
Skeptic.
something.
Yeah, and I like the way that it's weird to have the sensors.
I mean, I get the idea, but I would almost myself rather
Or just
trip.
have one. Oh, okay.
I would rather take the trip risk, which for me is high.
I know.
I know.
Send money to
Prayers
us
and
because we amputated her toe.
Yes, I dropped my laptop on my toe coming to a meeting here at Clock Tower the other day.
R.I.P. toe.
It was a bad day.
It was a bad toe, dude. That thing looked gnarly.
That toe. The toe ended up being okay. Like it didn't fall off. Well, sorry. I'm actually for let's rewind that. Yes, my toe fell off, and I'm going to be needing a prosthetic. So please send money to my Venmo.
Yep.
This is like kind of on and off topic. I feel like owning a cat has desensitized me to a lot of like sounds
toes.
in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like seeing or hearing shit in the middle of the night. Just
Fair.
because I can always just be like, oh, it's just Mango.
Right.
Can't say that when it's the shadow figure in my doorway at 2 a.m. But most of the time I can be like, it's just Mango. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until you realize you're at a friend's house and they don't have a cat. So-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I have a crazy story after Austin's, but I will circle back to that. You have to stay tuned and listen to the whole video. So here's what Austin sent us. He said, "Hi, ladies. Long-time listener." Wait a minute. Hi, Austin. You're a long-time listener. What's good?
It's
I'm so
crazy
sorry.
that
Sorry.
we're getting our first listener stories, and one of them is a longtime listener.
Let's go.
For so
Yay.
long, I've been like, yeah, the only person who listens to my podcast is Brendan.
Brendan,
I've
hey.
convinced myself for so long it's just Brendan.
I know. So I really
Brendan
appreciate
with his
that.
multiple accounts in Vietnam.
I thought you were going to say
Oh, yeah.
personalities.
I think he's well that too, but also I'm sorry, he's got multiple accounts, and that makes those are all of our views are just his different accounts and different.
I feel like Brendan's one of the
places.
most normal people in the friend group.
Actually, yes, oddly enough,
Yeah, he is.
he's the least
Like, he's just chill.
neurospicy. I feel
he's
like
just a guy.
yeah,
He's just
he's just a guy.
Yeah. Well, hey, back to Austin.
The real hero of this story.
He said, "I have a kind of creepy story that I thought you might like to hear." Yes, thank you. And he said, "I work with Brendan," and he said to send it in. Brendan's the homie, MVP. Shout out Brendan in the comments.
Yes, he's bringing
Shout
all
out-
the content.
This whole episode is just shout out Brendan.
This is hyping up Brendan episode. This happened mid-November of 2021, around 5:36 a.m. Of course, yes.
hmm
It was still dark out, and I was on my way to work on a back road listening to the radio turned down, just enjoying the drive. I was going down a road where the corn was high, and I was in
I. Sorry.
Oh.
Are there shocks in that there corn?
I'm so sorry. It rhymed.
And I was in a small Acura Integra doing about 60 miles an hour when I heard knocking on my back passenger window. Hold on now.
Hey, yo,
Passenger
dog.
window.
No.
Going 60?
Wait, yeah, like knocking on, like something's hanging off.
Going-
Where's the room to
Yeah.
be knocking?
Excuse me. Also, what do you think he's going to do? This isn't Uber. Like, hello.
Yeah, you got someone just hanging off the side of your car, like, let me in.
Is Ghost Uber just goober? Sorry. I
Goober.
had to.
Goober.
Not like a rock hitting or anything, but like someone was knocking on your car window to get your attention. So like the cop knock, you know.
Yeah, the roll down your window.
Or like in the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the hook, the guy with the hook hand on the door.
Oh, the
Nah,
tap.
bruh. I don't know. He said when he looked back though, there was nothing at all.
Oh, hell
Great.
no.
I got the sudden urge to get off of that road as fast as I could. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, the fight or flight probably kicked in. I would probably be feeling that in my toes.
Maybe
dude. I'd
swerving
be-
a little bit to throw whatever's on there off.
Not
if
too
it's
much
a
though
real
in that Acura, you gonna flip.
Yeah.
Now, I've been into cryptids since middle school. So when I got to work, I decided to look into that incident. Okay, round of applesauce. Let's go.
Yeah.
We love a man that does the research. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. That reminds me of there's definitely probably something that I'm sure he'll get into.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've heard of that. Or like even that guy with the hook hand. Like that
Yes.
reminds me of that. After some basic search of similar incidents, I've come to learn that other people have experienced the same thing, and it's related to a certain kind of walker encounters. After that, I didn't take that road for a while on my way to work. Yeah, that's real.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. No. Are you kidding me? No.
Yeah, no.
I'm probably trying to get you to let it in, because then you toast, buddy. No.
It's gonna get your soul.
I know. Yeah, but he said, anyways, that's my story. It's not as creepy as most, but it's my experience. Brother, that is terrifying.
That is still scary, yeah.
I'd get to work, and then I also would just not leave. I'd be like, nope, not getting in my car.
I would just be like internally screaming for the rest of the day.
Well, it freaked me out because he's a back passenger. I don't mean to, like, Austin, I know you're listening, but, like, imagine if it was in the trunk, and you're hearing it from the back passenger, but it was a knocking in your trunk. Right? No, I feel like that's back far enough.
Yeah. Possible.
Because, like, in some cars, I've gotten into the back, into the trunk of some, and like they have like the little hole that's like on the back right passenger side for you to like peer in. I don't know.
It was peering out at you.
Oh, no.
It also just kind of made me think of the 911 call from the Pale Crawler.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah.
Yep.
It's in the bed of my truck.
Nah, dude. See, and that's why you have to get in accurate. This is a sponsor from. I'm just kidding. Don't let the walkers
why you have
get
to get
you.
a bed cover.
True. But he said, like I said, I've been listening to you for a while and was wondering if you'd be interested in researching the legend of the melon heads. As
I
a lot
do
don't
know this
about
legend.
them.
Melon heads.
Yes.
The Melonhead Children of Columbus.
Yes, we would love to do an episode on that, so
Yeah.
stay tuned. That is absolutely something that we have kind of had on our list before. So
Why
yes.
does that actually sound cute rather than scary? I
Watermelon.
mean, I don't know much. Oh, so okay, I just looked up the melon heads. They're basically just like Megamind's children.
Oh,
Dang, brother.
They got the same head.
Well, I'll get into my little story too. So
yeah.
I've said this before, but I'll reiterate for if you're first time listeners. I live in a duplex, and we were informed by the other person in our duplex. She said that the original owner's boyfriend lived on our side, and he died while he was in there. So I don't know if he necessarily died like in said apartment or like if he was, in the hospital or something, but he is no longer with us, and that is who occupied the space before. I have heard like small things before that were kind of unexplainable, but Harry and I were probably playing video games or something, like kind of talking. It wasn't too loud in the room when we heard like this tiny noise, like literally like this talking in the kids' room. And it was just like a, and we're like, what? Because they're not there. They weren't there. They were at their mom's house. And so I was like, oh, okay, what is that? And so he goes in there, and they have those little people, like the figurine sets that are called, the brand is called Little People.
Oh, yeah. I love those growing up.
Yeah, so they had those out, and so those make noise. Yeah, see, the problem was this was like at 11 o'clock at night. The kids had not been there since 4 p.m., and it had not made that noise for 6 hours in between, about 6-ish hours in between, did not make a noise until right then, and it kept going off. But it gets worse because when the kids were playing with them earlier, I audibly heard them say, I think they need new batteries. None of them are making any noise. Bro.
Oh.
I don't know, dog, but nope. Sorry, kids.
Sorry, kids.
Okay, so I actually have two stories now because that story made me think of something else. We'll go with the one I thought of while we were talking first.
Sure.
So this would have been back in 2020. I was 18 at the time.
Okay.
But we had a habit of like she would come pick me up. There was one time like we're in the back seat, and I look over her shoulder, and there is just the tiniest like toddler-sized handprint on the inside of her car window, and she does not know anybody whose hand would be small enough for that. And I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, hey, what? And she's like, oh yeah, like I think I might be haunted. And I was like,
just casually.
what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
That's
yeah,
the
that
reason
was
it didn't work out.
freaky.
The catalyst.
The second story is I recently diagnosed somebody as ghost issue before they even had an experience again.
Yeah.
So my friend Ian just moved into a new apartment, and he had been texting me, and he's like, this was after I'd been over for the first time. He was texting me, and he was like, yeah, my roommate's convinced that the apartment's haunted. I don't know if I believe her, though. I was like, oh, no, yeah, you have a ghost. It's got, like, really playful energy, though. It doesn't feel malicious. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember if it was yesterday or if it was, like, over the weekend, but he had texted me, and he's like, yeah, I was in the kitchen getting milk to go with my cookies, and all of a sudden...
me in the middle of the night.
When you give a mouse a cookie.
But he was in his kitchen getting milk for his cookies, and he's like, yeah, I just heard this, like, giggling coming from behind me, and I'm really freaked out, and I don't know what to do right now. And I was like, see? I told you.
See, it's because you broke out the milk and the cookies. I mean, who wouldn't be interested?
Kids came running.
Like, give me
He said,
some.
give me that. I see that cookie. When the cookie's broken, or when you put the cookie in the milk and you watch it Titanic itself
Oh
and
my
sink
God,
to
yeah.
the bottom.
And then you gotta dig in there.
Oh,
Sorry.
But yeah, diagnosed somebody's ghost problem again.
That's crazy. But yes, so that brings us to send us your stories.
Yeah.
That brings us to
Yeah.
send us your story.
It makes our day. And we love hearing your stories. You can be anonymous. You can tell us, like, hey, don't read this part or this or that. Just let us know. You can change names. You can change whatever you need.
Yeah.
We also don't judge. I don't care. Like, we're silly and goofy on here, but, like...
We're not just
silly and goofy. No,
people. We're just silly, goofy.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to send us our story and be vulnerable in that way.
Mhm.
And, like, sure, we joke about certain, like, if you give a mouse a cookie. But, like... It's not like a personal thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And if it's ever anything that's like very intense.
Yeah. Just let us know what your boundaries are, anything like that.
Mhm.
So message us on we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have our email, which is spectresisters@gmail.com. Just reach out to us somehow. You can put it in the comments of YouTube if you're listening on there, Spotify as well. So
Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Because I was looking at our analytics, and it seems like a lot of you use Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. So comment below so we know what you're listening on the most and what you'd like to see, because we want to make content that you're going to like as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we kind of do anything. We do band interviews. We do missing people's case files, cryptids, ghost stories. Just let us know what you want to
This
see.
podcast is a hot mess of content.
But it is kind of fun.
But that's why you like
There's something
us.
for everybody.
Yeah, there's something for everybody. So yeah, we appreciate you, each and every one of you. It means a lot.
Go.
Except for you, Jonathan.
Oh my
No, I'm
God.
sorry.
Oh my
Watch
God.
there be somebody who's like,
Man,
me?
fuck Jonathan.
If you're Jonathan, comment below. But also, be sure, whatever you're listening to us on, give us a follow,
Yes,
like
please.
our stuff. It just really helps push out our content so more people can
Yes.
find us. And we just want people to enjoy listening.
Absolutely, yeah. And we have membership tiers as well. So if you go to www.clocktowermedia.com, and if you find Spectre Sisters under the podcast link at the top, you can donate a tip to us. You can join one of our membership tiers. We also have merch. So
Please go buy our merch.
The merch is
Yeah.
pretty cool and it's not very expensive.
yeah, and if you want
It's
to
all
see new merch
self-designed.
stuff, if you want to see new merch designs, comment that below.
None of our shit is AI.
No,
Right. Yeah. No, it's not.
no, it is not. So yes, just let us know, and we want to curate things for you. So
Yeah. So,
thanks for listening.
like, comment, subscribe, give us a follow.
For you.
Yeah, now we're gonna cut into our elementary school songs that we learned as a kid that aren't creepy at all. Go!
Have you seen the ghost of John?
Long white bones with the skin all gone. Ooh, wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on? Dweller of the cave is the one who knows. Somewhere deep inside there's a mist that glows.